So, what's up, Jared? Just started it. I don't know if you want to peep in for a quick second before you have to get going. Yeah, Jared has work right now. So I just want to make a quick review of my watch list and kind of what happened today, and then go over making a new watch list right now live. So if you have any questions, just drop them in. Let's just dive into this. Alright, let me minimize that. Okay, so here's the watch list that was going into with today. I did update it. That was the updated version. We do have one moment. If we go here, actually, just go. Okay, so my plans on here, they changed for SBFM. So at first I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do with it. I was going either potential previous high day break, but if it fades some more and ideally gave us a red day, I was going to be looking forward to a multi-day bounce since it had such a strong move. And today I updated the watch list because I saw that it was holding up nicely and that it wasn't likely going to be going red and that shorts were going to get squeezed, and that is precisely what happened today with that one. Let's go back here. SBFM. So we get the bottoming action, high day break, red to green move in the mid fives here, and it just takes off from there. It is something I traded. I took it 703 to 775 in this move here, just looking, like I said, the quick 10 to 15% move over the previous high day. Could have been better, but you know, I wasn't getting exactly at 680. I was 20 cents higher, so could have been closer to 15, but it still worked out. Got a nice profit off. It was a pattern I was waiting for. Could have gotten earlier, but I haven't really tracked red to green moves. I've tracked previous high day breaks, and although they're not my favorite, I will occasionally trade it depending on how the stock played out on day one. So this, and let me show you the daily chart here too. So we got that massive move yesterday. That was a nice play, and then I was looking for some more failure to really offer a multi-day bounce, but here we are. It failed to break down, offered a little dip, ended up being a higher low, as we can see here with the wicks, and we got that savage move all the way to the high sevens, just exactly as I had wanted from the watch list. And then we had a couple other ones from the watch list here. Let's bring this back. So these are my main plays going into the day. I ended up trading ones that weren't here besides SBFM. That one worked out. SST, that one. Actually, let's go over in order. MOBQ. Oh, not my laptop. MOBQ. So here, we'll start off with this one. We got a massive move. Closed in the mid ones yesterday, getting up to 100% pretty much. And let's see the chart here. Typically a one and done, not really much history. The key really was this resistance area where it had pre-market, where it faced. It just broke down. That's really what happened. If it failed to break down, created some support early on. I was looking at it for an open price play, but completely failed. You out of here?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll see you later, dude. But heavy selling early on outdid all that buying in that first minute, and you just got a steep fade, and that usually scares me out of playing the open price play. I don't like it to really break down completely, because then shorts kind of have the momentum, and then usually the bounces are dead cat bounces where they size into. So that's why that ended up becoming an ignore. It just failed way too much at the open. Then the one I was going to go over, SST here. Nice, still holding up. Nice, perfect. This is my main watch for tomorrow. I'll go over it in the when I make the watch list. But this one, a spectacular move on this day yesterday. Took off from the 16s to 37 or so, and it fell way off the highs. So I know I typically look for the multi-day bounce to set a red day at least, so we know shorts are in control. But when you look at this chart, it's pretty obvious shorts are in control, and we're getting close to being down off the highs 50% or so. So they're all up much. So if it fails to break down and starts going higher and breaking high day, I was looking for this as a multi-day bounce essentially. But I got in a little early, 2060, and it was looking nice for a little bit, but ended up failing, setting a lower high here. And this makes me excited for tomorrow because it held around 50% and we started grinding back a little bit, setting a new trend. We just really need to break that high over 21.4, which didn't happen today. So we'll be looking for that setup tomorrow. Whatever happens in the morning, let it set that high, let it consolidate for a little bit, and then come back for that high day break. Simple as that. We've played them a lot recently. They're a pretty good play. And then there was PLX. This one, not my typical play either. There wasn't really much volume, but right out of the watch list, I was looking for a multi-day bounce to test the 170s, 80s. Wish I did it more during the day. I did get to the 170s area here after hours, but this was the reverse I was looking for. We got this bottoming action. I was alerting it on the live stream earlier when we were on as a potential failure breakdown, come back right to green. And that is what happened. You got a solid angle of a 10% move. And the reason I didn't like this one too much was because I usually like the multi-day bounces on the front side to really take off 200+%. And this one, I don't even think got 100%. So didn't like it as much. But there was still a lot of volume and a lot of shorts in there. So definitely thought there could be a reversal. That was my top plays. What else was there? That's kind of it. And then what popped up today? We had ADN. Oh my God! Look at me. I got my laptop in front of me. So here with ADN, they got a deal with Hyundai. I'm pretty sure it was the news, and it took off right away, breaking over this range over 270, which was right around pre-market highs. And then we got the burst higher, and it tested, no surprise, the mid threes at first. Let me go over that in here intraday. So I was really excited for an open price play if this were to come back and hold, but just kept holding trend, and it just took off. Kind of choppy in this area, but it got a clean move right here. You for sure get the direction, the sense of the direction with the volume, and it holding VWAP the whole time, what it wants to do. And then I was a little annoyed that I missed it because I took the tiny loss, as I mentioned, on SST, but it kept failing to break down right around a key level, the 350s, where there was some resistance, and I ended up taking this midday here. Once this failed to break down, I was getting this consolidation, 1,000 shares, 352. I wanted it, my bad. Here, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so 352. 1K shares. Got a nice perk, was really excited for this to really get moving and get to 402. Just give me my quick 50 cents. But that did not happen. It was kind of choppy and annoying. So I ended up selling at 380 here, under 10%. Just really tested my patience with this dip and everything. Went through all that. And then right after I sell, a couple minutes later, we get a nice push to 398, the high day. But after that, it really couldn't do much but hold this key areas. And as you can see here, after I was just holding up nicely. So we'll see what we want to do with this tomorrow. But I just want to go over the trade and the solid play that was there. As you can see, just kept making higher lows. Volume did kind of start fading a bit, which is probably why this move here into a key level 4 psychological whole dollar, half dollar level. You get some choppiness, volume fade. So, I didn't sell too far off the highs, so that's not too bad. I did recognize the volume and the trend kind of being a little weaker heading into a key level. So I just dumped it and could have made an extra $100, but it is what it is. And here we are holding up still, so this thing could really offer a move tomorrow. We'll go over it when I do the watch list. What else is there? This is looking nice here. This one's a little fake out here, a little breakout play. As you can see here, I was waiting for the breakout. Could have been a really nice play as a momentum shift, getting over this range, over 8, holding that high from this area to test the breakout level and head higher. I'm pretty sure that's how Jared traded it too. I didn't trade this one. It was late day. I was just kind of done. Took SBFM, took ADN, took my tiny little loss on SST and decided to call it a day. Was still up a few $100. Why not? And kind of glad I didn't, because I would have been patient and waited for that 848 breakout, and that would have been a fake out here. Got massive selling. This quick exhaustion in volume. Couldn't do much more, and sellers just came in and took it down. So don't regret that at all. But this is certainly, if this keeps holding up, we get a continuation of the breakout and get a break of 9. This thing could head higher tomorrow. So that's going to be on the watch list for sure. What else is there? Is that kind of it for today? Oh, there was Moxie here. Came out of nowhere. I totally missed this. Didn't see it till it was in the 250s. Let me take a look at the overall chart, because I only saw it on my phone. Yeah, you got a break of the range over 180 here. It tested the low 2s. We got some resistance there. And just failed to break down. That's kind of all that happened. Kept making the uptrend. You got an ABCD pattern here, where you get the run up, bottoming, and then trend higher, higher lows, and then you get the volume surge. Once it breaks high, shorts just totally get squeezed into the high 3s, so that's really nice to see there. But that's kind of it for the day. Some decent plays, some decent calls. SVFM, I think that was my favorite play. Same with ADN, that was good. Really recognizing the momentum shift and the volume. So yeah, so that was kind of the day to day. And now let's just jump into the watch list for tomorrow and how we're doing that. So at first, I just take all the tickers that I have here from today's watch list that I made yesterday, and then I just copy and paste them into the one that I want for tomorrow. And then what I also do is add the top plays of the day from today, anything new that popped up that I want to take a look at for tomorrow. And I already got that set up, but the way that is done is you just go to the scanners here. Check this out. Where's his scanner? Scan. Here. So I know this is different than mine. Yeah, definitely a little different. That's why I already have mine set up. I use my laptop. I use something else. Street Smart Edge. I'm on there, and I like it a lot more. But either way, with scanners, doesn't matter where you get it. It's typically going to be the same information, especially if you're using these average name brokers. But yeah, so I got it all checked out, and we'll just jump through it all right now. Where's this charts? Here we go. Alright, let's jump in. Seconds my phone. Just want to make sure there's some other ones that were on my mind that I want to add. Seem to have got them all. Okay. Alright, first one on the list, we got MOBQ. And what I see here, we got lower market cap, lower float, so that's nice as well. That makes sense why you got such a crazy move when there was news. But then when serious selling came in, makes sense how it just faded here. We did get up about 100% in total. I don't think I'll be looking at this for a multi-day bounce. It just kind of reminds me of PXL. That's kind of it, where you didn't get the crazy move and you got a weaker bounce, and that's why I usually wait for the 200% plus runners to play the multi-day bounce, or maybe 150%. So with this, I'm just gonna keep it on the side. I usually leave anything that I don't really have a plan for, but is a recent play, on the back of my watch list, and I just watch them the next day when I'm making my watch list to see if they're going to be in play, if there's a pattern popping up that I like. But for now, we're going to be ignoring MOBQ and keeping at the end and working on SBFM here. So we got the nice move. Ended up topping out right around 8 where I thought it would get. I thought we would get a little bit past 8, but we still use that as resistance, that area. Right, the tweet I alerted earlier in the day. From here, I'd probably play again a previous high daybreak. Ideally, it consolidates for a couple of days and offers a multi-day break. But if shorts still are going to keep getting squeezed, that 8 level is key, and I think we can get a nice quick move to the 9 to 10 area if shorts fail to take this lower. But yeah, right now you're still kind of on the backside, making lower highs, not that great. But in the broader trend, it is also making higher lows. So we'll see what happens here. And if we get back to the high at daybreak of today, I think that could offer a nice move to test 9 at least. So let me put that in. Solid break over 790. Shorts. Take this lower. They can't squeeze. I'm not using this keyword. 2, 9, maybe 10. Alright. Next taker. SST. I'm already excited about this play for tomorrow. This is going to be my top watch. I'm so excited for this play. Multi-day bounce, bread and butter pattern. Solid run here. Not totally. What is the percentage here? 1 second. Let me figure that out. So we got 37.10 as a high. And this day, the close was 16.51. 125% or so. Considering how far it's off the highs, over 100% run. I'm definitely going to be watching this for a multi-day bounce tomorrow. So what that entails is finding the momentum shift, and really what that's going to mean is now that we have a base around 18, I don't want it to crack any lower than that. Ideally we see a higher low, maybe a little gap up, and then whatever high it sets in the morning, let it consolidate for a few minutes, and then we'll find out if the shorts are going to take it over and break it lower and it's going to break to new day lows, or if it breaks high day, shorts are going to get squeezed as that one's showing momentum shift, and if they're all in, or majority are going to be in, looks like the 30s here, probably got some in the low 20s, maybe adding a little bit. I doubt, probably most of them are in the 30s here. So if they're up 30-40%, maybe some even got higher, this could certainly squeeze as they cover their shares from the short position once they see the bottoming action, and they're just locking in gains. That's all it is, and that's the pattern. So SST top watch, my favorite pattern so far. It's been working out nicely this past month for me, a few weeks. Solid run. Now looking for the bounce, and it typically runs 25-33% or so. So that's gonna end up, what's the close today? 1996. We'll just call it 20. We'll aim for 25 to 26. We'll just call it, yeah, we'll just put 25 to 26. Be selling in that area. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. Holding up nicely, making some higher lows here. Really coming back to the high day. Looking nice. But yeah, that's my top watch. I'm putting that in red. And then we got PLX. I don't know what to do with this. It is holding up nicely. It is actually reminding me of my CLVS gamble trade. Taking it overnight, and then it retested the breakout level. So this thing might gap up and end up testing the high ones, 2-ish area, and then failing, because I don't really like breakouts over red candles, especially if they have a fat volume candle as well, because it's just got a lot of resistance there. Shorts are cocky up there. They're confident in that level. So their conviction is strong in that area, and I want none of it, because they're going to be sizing in accordingly, and there probably won't be enough buyers to scare them out, because it's going to need to do a lot of volume, nearly 200 million on this day here. So it's going to need probably an amount that who knows if it could even reach to really squeeze higher. So we'll see what that does. But for me right now, I'm going to be taking it off my watch list and keeping it at the end. We'll see how that plays out. But I almost want to take it overnight. But that's a gamble, so we're not going to do that. We got lucky last time. Next one I'll watch, we got Gree, Gree, recent runner here, so daily. Shares, not bad, a little bit larger market cap. Gotta move from 8.5 to 12, that's the bottom end. This does look like it wants to do a multi-day bounce, but it hasn't ran enough for me to really want to trade that bounce. So we'll see what it does. I bet it will happen, but I won't be trading it. If anyone else would like to, go for it. But this is not going according to my data, and that's why I avoided PLX. I just wanted to watch it today, which is why it was a top watch. I just wanted to see how they work out. But yeah, now this one's showing some strong weakness, finishing right near the bottom of the candle, low wick. Volume is not that strong, so we'll see how much more selling could happen. Now we're coming back down right where it started. It might get some buyers, and that could trigger a short squeeze back to the 10 area. Probably, and it's already at 9. 10.5 probably. Get back to the, yeah, there's some resistance there in this area. Let me take a look at the 15-minute. 5. Yeah, some solid resistance on the 11s. Mid 10s to 11s, it's going to have some trouble. So we'll see if this thing could reverse, but I won't be trading it. Next one on watch, LGVN. This one we played yesterday as a multi-day bounce. Ended up getting stuffed and finishing red, so that opens up the opportunity to play that pattern again. Shorts still have the upper hand, as we can see, so I'll consider that play a dud. And now we got a little doji on low volume, so LGVN I'm going to keep on watch for potential multi-day bounce again to test 14. Chart 5-minute, see how key that level is. Yeah, I can see it bounce to the 13s, 14s area. I don't know if it will get back all the way to the breakout level. We'll see. I'm pretty sure they have warrants out in the 17 area. But yeah, for now, that's the familiar pattern. This is what I know. And if it sets up accordingly, like how it did this day, set a high, kind of consolidate for a bit, and then we started pushing higher. definitely could trigger a move back to the 13-14 area. So that's going to be on watch. Next up, we got GBS, which is just fading. Had this strong move here. Did run nicely, almost 100%. Not going to trade the bounce, even though it does look like it wants to give a push back to the 130s, 140s. We'll see. I'll be waiting patiently for a breakout play over 154 on this day. It could possibly do it. Let's keep that on watch. Why not? 154. Multi-day break. Low float, low market cap, so that's encouraging as well. And probably won't stick around for too long. As we saw, this is a one and done kind of play. Has its nice monster squeeze and then kind of is done. Doesn't gap up. So only will be trading it intraday, and only if it breaks that 154 level to test 2. Yeah. And the reason I say 2 because that's the next key level I see here. Key level psychologically, whole dollar, half dollar. And it is after this level, it is the last time that had a volume perk. So there's definitely going to be some bag holders and people eyeing that level to sell into. But if it keeps holding up there and you miss that first move, who knows? Maybe we'll test the next resistance level in the mid to high 2s up here. So that is definitely on watch if it can hold up. It does have a history of giving quick moves, but you gotta time it out right because it does not gap up. It's not a multi-day run. Not within the personality of the play. Shorts are going to be coming in hard because they recognize that as well, and the buyers recognize it and aren't going to be buying so strong and will be selling quickly as well. So ends up being a self-fulfilling prophecy at times too. AEHL. Nice little breakout here on the daily over 175. Had a little fake out today. Decent perk in volume. Former runner. We got low float, low market cap. Kind of making a bottom around 1 here. Coming back on the daily. I can see this getting to the mid 2s if you could really get some volume. Let me take a look at it intraday. Actually, I don't know. There's no volume. I don't like it. I'm keeping that at the back of the list. I'll check it in the morning to see if anything happens, if it gaps up, to get the volume we want. But right now, not looking that great for that one. We'll ignore it. NVCT. Breaking all-time highs. This could be something for previous high day break. Just weak volume. That's the only thing I don't like. Solid top here around 11. Fails to head lower. I can see this thing pulling the move, especially with the lower float. All-time highs. Looking for continuation. 11.05. Previous hard break. Clear skies after that. Next big key level would be 15 at that level. But of course I'll be taking quick snipes. I'll probably look for $1.50 to $2 on that one. So we'll call it 13 to 15 is what I'm looking for. It's too wide of a range. I'll just leave it at 13 and a half. Because that would be an area I would want to sell into as well. Mock C, solid play of the day today. Let's take a look at what this thing is known for. Lower float, low market cap, former runner. No volume except for today. guess shorts are used to this thing just fading. What's the news? Despite no company specific news. Okay, so a pump maybe? It's probably a pump. We'll see if we get any action around 3. If it can fill the breakdown. Excuse me. Alright, so here we got solid play. Just looking for that previous high day break over 3. Known for failure after it went supernova. So a break in expectations of this heading lower could trigger a move. And I'll be taking just quick 50 cents. Trigger move to mid 3s. That's a conservative trade. I like to just take my quick snipes. Next play. Well, this is play here after hours. What's the news? Announce it is harmonizes IRNA. Okay. Start with 4. Oh, that's possible. Seems like good news. Shit, I don't understand. As long as we got a driver for it. To suck in the volume. That's really all I'm looking for. Solid bounce here. Where are we at? 170s. Damn, that's a nice bounce. Okay, so it's got, yeah, some resistance here on 170, 180-ish. Next resistance level I would call is 230. What's the volume? I don't like this too much. Let me see, how much does this typically move? It looks like 3.7. Okay, so it's not a parabolic kind of play, but it can move. I don't like this chart entirely, for being honest. Doesn't have really the history of making a solid move. It just offers, what, this is probably the best move it's had, 370 to mid 4s. Like, we're talking about 20% on the whole day. Not my ideal play, because it's not a multi-day balance. I really would like a play like this to give a solid angle. But it's holding up around a key level and making this range around 2 and 170. So I'll have it on watch. Why not? Could always take it off in the morning if it doesn't prove itself. After hours mover. So far holding up, looking for break of break of 195 after hours high to test 230s. That's the best play I see, where I could see shorts getting triggered out, but yeah, just decent volume, not bad. So we'll see what happens. Typically these plays recently that take off after hours and hold up sideways, they've recently been kind of just failing. But for the off chance that it won't fail and we get a little gap up or something tomorrow, I'll be watching that 2 break to test the low 2s. MTVO. Next play. Sorry, I'm just thinking here. Yeah, it's got resistance low 2s. After that, high 2s. So I'm looking at these resistance levels for potential exits if this thing works out. Here we go, MDVO. Nice play after hours here, it looks like. Similar play. Where's Form 4 filing? Purchase of 21.2 million shares. Price of 1.6. Okay, so 21 million. Okay, not decent size amount. Low float, low market cap. I can see how that got it triggered to go to solid move. Besides that, let's see where the resistance levels are. We got 160, 170-ish. Ideally, I'd be playing off the 170s. Got more volume there, so that's where more eyes are going to be at for any bag holders and whatnot. So, and what's the high? 159 is the high. Yeah, so I'll probably just play a breakout over this level if it could fail to break down and continue higher. So we'll be looking at 176 breakout. Okay. After hours spiker, now looking for a continuation. What do you say it was? 176. Continuation to test 176 breakout level. Move to 2. Yeah, 24 cents. I'll take it. That's roughly close to 15%. But yeah, so all we're looking for here is key levels where there's going to be eyes at that level. If it completely fails to break down, sheds through any bag holders, keeps holding up, you can get a reversal as shorts get squeezed. Because they're thinking this area's gonna be resistance. So if the expectation is broken, we could get a nice little move. But looking at the history, I'm not expecting it. Doesn't seem like it has great history of moving. But you know, there's charts that look like garbage and they start spiking. So I'm not gonna write it off the table. Just gonna keep it on watch. Next play we're looking at SND. Probably not gonna play this, being honest. I'm gonna take this off my watch list. I got other plays to look at too. So if this is the one that takes off without me, I'm okay with it. Next up, ADN. We'll have the plays of the day here. Solid break. Confirm the breakout level. Still holding up nicely here after hours. Making another support level here. Got some Hyundai news. What is the agreement? Tested by Honda are currently being developed within the framework of the Innovator its joint development program with the U.S. Department of Energy. Let's see. The fuel cell and hydrogen technology company said it and Honda aim to deliver green energy solutions to current. Yeah, I don't care. Solid news. It's holding it up nicely. Big company. I don't know how meaningful it is. That's why I say I don't really care. I'm just gonna follow the reaction to it, and at that point, doesn't matter if it's good or not. I'm just gonna play the price action, and still make money off of it. So this thing here, I'm gonna be looking for a previous high break over 4. If it fails to break down, I think that would offer a nice move. Next resistance level, we got 5-ish. But not much really after that. Probably look for a trade from 4 to 5. That would probably be it. 25%. Probably sell before that if we're being honest. Just knowing my impatience. So solid mover today with news failing to break down and closing above breakout level. Now looking for continuation. If volume is there. To trigger a $4 previous hot break to test 5. Okay. Pretty much halfway done with the watch list here. And now towards the end, I know it's gonna be crappier stocks, so we'll get through them pretty quickly. MF. Let's see what this does today. Wow, I totally missed this. This was actually a nice play. What was the cause of that? What's the breakout? We got that 150 here. Solid volume. What's the float? Ooh. Bigger market cap and float. It does look like it can move though. But history is saying otherwise, so I'm going to keep this on the side in case it maybe gaps up or something. Just want to check it out in the morning. But probably not going to be a play for me. Just, I don't really see it with the history. It's got a lot of volume here. It's going to need even more to continue higher. So we'll see. It could continue higher on lower volume, but to give me a move that I want, it's going to need some strong volume, and I don't think it's going to be offering that. Could be wrong, but with other plays that are available, I'm willing to take that risk. So I'm just going to take that off there. CRXT. What we got today? Overall here, you got a solid mover going from 75, 80 cent area, topping out in the low 2s. Didn't work out perfectly like I'm used to, like the 1, 2, 3 days where it takes off. But I am sure people are. Let me take a look at the 5 minute, 1 sec. I bet shorts are in this, and it's looking like it's bottoming out here. The low ones. Yeah, that's some heavy resistance here. All you've gotten is downward action. Not going to be my favorite setup, but a potential multi-day bounce. You up? Alright, we'll see you later. Have a good day. Thank you. Move. Not my favorite, as it is setting. Can't type today. Setting up differently than I would like. I'm not saying it can't do it, I'm just saying I'm not comfortable with it, so why make this more stressful? But still on watch to see how the pattern works. We got TCAP. I already got enough plays, I almost don't even want to put anything else onto this. TCAP. See, looking at how plays have been working out recently, I almost don't even want to trade the breakout and try to catch this as a bounce play. See if we get volume tomorrow. Maybe if it breaks above 4, we can retest the 5 area. Maybe get a fake out. Kind of how NEGG did today. Bring that up. Slightly different. A few more days in between. But generally that's kind of the pattern here. It's failing to break down. And we're looking for the test of that breakout level. See if it could go higher. And today we got a fake out on that, and you know that's kind of what is making me want to take TCAT and trade the bounce play, possibly. But still gonna be patient. We'll see what it does. I'll adjust. I'll adapt in the morning. But we got a 488 breakout. taking the quick gains. I'm not gonna get greedy with this, especially when I'm seeing them not work out spectacularly, and we got resistance right into the mid fives. So yeah, that's TCAT. There's so many other plays. I almost want to ignore them because I'm stretching myself. How many plays do I already have? One moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a lot. That is a lot. God, but there might be a gem in there. God damn it, I can't help myself. RCAP, let's see it. Just gonna keep on the side. Still needs to get a push back higher. Could be a solid bounce. It's making a nice trend, but the way I'm trading, at least the patterns I have, maybe when I track this as a potential bounce play in a different fashion, I'll trade this to test the high 2s, low 3s. But right now, I'm just going to stay patient. It has overhead resistance, some bag holders for sure, and we're going to be waiting for that 292 breakout. But still kind of far off the highs. Just going to ignore for now. Keep it on the side. YVR. YVR here, recent mover. Could be seen as a bounce play. I don't like how much it only ran on this day, so I will be ignore. Too much of a headache. What's ADN doing? Just curious. This thing's. I was really thinking this thing might move today. I'm hoping this happens because I don't want to miss the play tomorrow. But I was thinking that this thing actually might make a move after hours. But solid fake out so far. Where were we at? G-Fi. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yes, baby. I hate for anyone who got dragged into this knife here. Just plummeted. But yeah, this is exactly why I don't trust breakouts over red candles with a lot of volume when it can't sustain that volume. It just can't. I don't know what news or something that could come out that could change it, but I can't predict that. So to my pattern, just completely ignore the red candle breakout with a lot of volume. They're just headaches. I forgot if I traded it this day. Did I? I want to say I did. I took it for a quick little snipe. But it was exhausting. It was not. It was a choppy play. I remember looking at this live. It was a choppy move, and I was expecting that, and I was calling that out. So yeah, that's an ignore. Archon. What do we got here? Garbage. Just downtrend. Bunch of selling. It's kind of set this trend here. Lower highs. Not enough really buying, holding this up right now. So we'll see if this thing could be a play later, but I don't know how I'd play it because I wouldn't be trading the breakout. So I'm going to just take this off my watch and save, make some room. AMGH. We gotta move 9s to 16, not a whole ton. Way off the highs though, which could offer a bounce. If this is gonna make a move, it's gonna end up being on my scanner for a breakout play. So I'm gonna ignore it for now. It could be a bounce play, but as I've been saying, I don't trust the ones that didn't take off. And we see here this thing has a hard time kind of bouncing. Take some time. We get 15. Oh, okay, you got a solid move here. But yeah, we'll see what happens. As I've said before too, each bounce gets weaker after that initial supernova play. You get this massive move, you get the bounce play, and after that, each bounce is weaker. There's no volume. It's just the momentum of the play. It just fades away. Now you get some dead cat bounces compared to the volume that it was having. Ignore for me. Oh, I remember this one. Once again, doesn't totally take off. Kind of. It is really similar to SST. SST pushed a little bit higher. Um, and it started off different. It is getting a little green day today, trying to form a bottom around 20. Watch and learn. I got too many plays, and I think I got other plays that I like more. So I'm just gonna ignore IGMS, but you heard it here as a multi-day bounce. This is kind of the pattern. It's showing some bottoming here. Shorts might get a little squeeze into the high 20s, 30 area where they end up probably will reclaim this. But yeah, IGMS dead to me for now. AREB. Patiently waiting, just keeping this on the back of my mind, at the back of the watch list. And if it were to make a move and threaten a breakout, it's probably gonna end up on my scanner, if we're being honest. So I'm comfortable with leaving this at the end of my watch list and just kind of ignoring it. Neg is back here. Let's take that off. I already made a plan for that, right? NEGG. I know I talked about it earlier. Why can I not see it? Can I take it off my watch list? 1 second. No. I have to totally just be missing this. This was the multi-day. Yeah, I'm looking for that continuation. Holy crap, I can't see it. Oh, I see, it got messed up here. Got twisted. HTGM. No, I'm still missing this. Whatever. I'll add it here again. Henny GG. I'm looking for this. Previous high daybreak. See if we get a continuation of this breakout. We got some solid volume. If it fails to break down, I think we get a nice push. Breaking past 9. Previous hard break over 919, which is called 920. To test. Let's spike out. Next resistance level. Where do we see? So this one has a lot of volume. This is a key one here. Around 848. After that, we'll call it mid to high 10s as resistance. 9.2 previous hard break. Test mid to high 10s. Okay. ISPC. Way off the highs, waiting for that breakout. Keeping the back. Agri did nothing. I saw that one today. Right. Oh, you see, I can't help but take a look at them. Every single one of them. Yeah, no thank you. IMTE. What did you do? Nice. Nice. So this thing's been running up. Solid push from the 10s to close to 40. This beautiful pump looking chart. That's how I'm looking at this, just a pump. Nice. Now bottoming action, multi-day bounce. That's the pattern. Looking like a pump. Don't even know if it is. Now on the backside. So looking for Momo shift, momentum shift. For a bounce play to spike 30%. Or so. Test. That is around $26. Alrighty. Hell yeah. HYMC, let's see what you got. Boring, fading, would be a breakout over a red candle. Yeah, forget about it. Let's check out sells. Just patiently wait for that breakout. It is forming a bottom here, so obviously this has to move back. It could be a bounce to test that area, but that's not my pattern. Looking for that 515 break, so I'm just keeping this in the back of my head. Nothing great. CLVR. Way off the highs, just a waiting game. No need to stress about that right now. HILS. Same deal. I'm gonna start taking these off my watch list, honestly. ISIG now. This just keeps fading. I was really hoping this would end up being a breakout over the mid 14s. Off the highs, nothing to really do here. No pattern for me. Let's see if that's around 3. I has a 323 breakout. Nope. Off the highs by $1. Ignore. See, this is what I'm saying. Towards the end, it just ignores. And these are probably a bunch that I should take off my watch list, but I'm just so paranoid about missing a play. I'm actually going to do that just for the sake of doing it and just refreshing. And RSN, this was a nice bounce play. That was a killer call on live stream here. TCBP, that's been in action recently. I see that in the morning sometimes. The past 2 days, ugh, failure today. Yeah, ignore. AVCT, last 3 here. Let's pump it out. AVCT. Wait for that 130s break. No momentum yet. Ignore. ALLG. That was a nice play here. Ended up failing. No volume anymore. Overhead resistance. Might offer a bounce. You know, shorts have been in this for a few days now. Up nicely. We'll see. Not from. I can see this as a bounce play, but that was yesterday. Isn't the bounce I wanted yesterday? We had that beautiful move over 1275 area. How I talk about with these bounce plays. Let it set a high, let it consolidate. Once it shows you that it fails to break down and set an alert for the high daybreak, it comes back. You get the short squeeze, you get the short covering. So to me, my pattern's done and it's over with. I'll just take this off my watch list, honestly. Last but not least, KOSS. Boring, just a fade, no volume. Not my pattern. Nothing for it. So let me reorganize my watch list here on the side and show it on the screen. Okay, just take a quick moment. Sorry for the quietness here. Almost done. Okay. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah, let me type this in here. It's one piece. Swatch just fix some grammatical errors. Or spelling, rather. Okay, so here is the watch list. Let me put in my top plays. We got these right here. I like these a lot. I put my top plays in red, and these will be obviously be updated. I still have to see how things react in the morning. Some of these might not be plays at all by the time I go to trade them. There's just no volume, or they panic, some bad news happens. So yeah, just take a look, which ones I really like, and go over those. IMT, that's definitely going to be on watch. I'll throw it in there as a top watch as well. I'll probably end up taking it off. But it is a pattern that I do like. So I do need to throw in a CRXT in there. But yeah, I think this is going to be the watch list for tomorrow. We'll find out what happens. There's usually one or two that typically does what I want and I make money off of. Don't know which one it's going to be yet. I'm hoping it's SST. Did I highlight ADN? 1 second. I do want to highlight that. That's a solid play today, still holding up. So there you have it. This is the watch list. I'll be posting it on Twitter in a little bit. I'll also throw this on Twitter. People can see the link, see how we make the watch list. This is what it comes down to. Just the recent plays, top plays of the day, anything that has eyes on it. We want to see the opinions in there of different traders. And be patient, let it develop, set your pattern, and just capture the short squeezes. That's really all we try to do. Just look for the failure to break down. Capture the short squeeze. Let's see what SST is doing right here. Oh, that's my computer. Duh. SST. Still holding up. So yeah, this is probably gonna be my top watch going into tomorrow. Same with ADN. I'll keep these other ones. I still like these a lot too. Oh, you can't see the screen. But yeah. So we'll definitely be making more material like this. First time recording me making a watch list, so we'll get better at it. We'll refine my system even better. It probably took a little bit longer today. But yeah, hope this was useful. If there's any questions, please let us know how we make things, how we get our tickers from the scanner that we set up, and the criteria and whatnot. Check out our YouTube. We have content like that on there for free. All of a sudden there's an echo in this room. But yeah, so let's just call that a video lesson, live trade lesson here. So solid day today. PLX doing decently. ADN moving nicely, as well as SBFM. That was a beautiful call, and that's a good way for me to adapt as well. Having being between two plans, going into the morning, and then once the morning hit, saw which direction it should move in, and acted accordingly. Ended up making a decent little profit off of it. Not much, just 200 shares, 703 to 200 shares, 703 to 775. But yeah, so that's how we do our watch list here at Pack a Punch Traders. I know Jared's at work, but this is his process as well. Hope it was useful, and check us out on YouTube, on Twitter, and we'll be pumping out more content like this. So that's a wrap. Let's just end the live there.